big tobacco companies now own the electronic cigarette companies. And so what is happening now is they're using their playbook to sell these products and addict a whole new generation of smokers. They use celebrity endorsements to sell their products. They actually pay celebrities to be filmed and photographed using electronic cigarettes. All of that is designed to appeal to young people and to hook a new generation and to sell their products. Because e-cigarettes are unregulated at any level, marketing restrictions don't exist. So you will see television commercials, radio commercials marketing these products. A generation of young people that was previously not seeing regular tobacco commercials are now exposed to all of this. And we've got to use history and learn from that history so that we don't repeat it and that we don't addict a new generation of smokers to nicotine products. When we talk about other tobacco products, things like little cigars and electronic cigarettes and hookah and dissolvable tobacco products, we're talking about products that are designed to deliver nicotine into the bloodstream. And nicotine in and of itself is a neurological toxin. It's a poison. It's in pesticides. So nicotine is something that we should not have in our bodies. This is a refillable electronic cigarette. This happens to be a Hello Kitty electronic cigarette, and you would fill this up with liquid nicotine, also called e-juice, and you would put it in to this part of the electronic cigarette, and the user will use it until the liquid nicotine is depleted, and then they'll refill it again. And refillable electronic cigarettes, reusable, are charged, for example, in the USB port of a computer. So that is also very appealing to young people, because young people these days are used to charging their cell phones and using technology, and these are very technological devices. These are completely unregulated, so anybody can make them. Anybody can sell them practically. There are essentially no restrictions on these products. Now, what these products contain are a battery element that heat up liquid nicotine. And once the user ingests it, it releases an aerosol off the end of this electronic cigarette. Now, the aerosol that is released also contains nicotine and other agents that are known to cause cancer. So it's important to know that it is not water vapor. There is a little bit of water that comes off of these products, but generally speaking, it is propylene glycol that has been aerosolized into propylene oxide. So again, there are a lot of complicated terms and very scientific chemical names that I could spout, but what's important to know is that it's not simply water vapor. We need to know that we're putting this in our body when we're using electronic cigarettes. And they haven't been around for that long to determine the long-term health effects. When you use electronic cigarettes to intake marijuana products, it doesn't create the same odor as if you were burning a joint. So a lot of times, because electronic cigarettes only heat the product, they don't burn it, a parent would never know that their young person is using it for that purpose. So it's important to have the discussion and be aware of what's going on. So this is something called an electronic hookah. An electronic hookah is the same as an electronic cigarette. It's called hookah to be deceptive and to imply that it is safer than a regular electronic cigarette. So what electronic hookahs are designed to do is, again, to deliver nicotine in a fruity flavor. This is a disposable, and actually the user just presses on the tip and it lights up, and it delivers a very aromatic flavor, and it releases an aerosol that is yellow in color and smells very fruity. And so people are deceived by that, and they think, oh, well, this is probably not harmful. But it's important to know all the chemicals that are in there. And what we want the public to know is that, in fact, when you use hookah and to smoke tobacco out of a hookah pipe, you're intaking a lot more volume during each session. And you're doing this for maybe an hour at a time. And It is important to note it is not a safer alternative than regular cigarettes. Hookah smoke contains 36 times more tar than cigarette smoke. Using a hookah pipe to smoke tobacco fills your body with 8 times more carbon monoxide than in cigarettes. All of these are very toxic to the body. So we want people to know, and again, make an educated, informed decision that hookah smoke shouldn't be considered a safer alternative to regular cigarettes. This is an example of a little cigar. This is flavored, and because little cigars don't follow the same rules as cigarettes, for example, cigarettes can't be flavored anymore, and cigarettes have to be sold in the package. Cigars, on the other hand, follow different rules. They can be sold as single sale, and they also can be flavored. This one is cherry flavor. They're very inexpensive, and a parent looking through their child's room could think this perhaps is a lip gloss. It doesn't look like a tobacco product. It is important, as with cigarette smoke, not to use electronic cigarettes or vapor products around other people. Because the aerosol that is released lands on surfaces, for example, and the nicotine in the aerosol can absorb into the skin of a child or any other person that is nearby. And so it is important not to use those products around other people, because there are chemicals that have been known to cause cancer that are contained in the e-juice aerosol, in addition to the nicotine, which is toxic in and of itself. The bottles are very colorful oftentimes. The aroma is also very fruity oftentimes, and so young people will get their hands on it, even open the bottles and ingest it. And that has resulted in Nevada alone in 2014 in over 44 calls to the Nevada Poison Center. The most important thing to realize about these products is that they are not considered a smoking cessation device. They are not sanctioned by the Food and Drug Administration to be used to help people quit smoking. In fact, they are not to be sold as that either. If you want scientific and credible information on electronic cigarettes and other tobacco products, visit nevadawellness.org, and you can find all of that information. And if you want to quit using electronic cigarettes or other tobacco products, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. The Nevada Tobacco Quit Line offers a free service that has been proven to work.